Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle, and today I'm going to be participating in a video collab. Now, this video collab was started by Nicole from the Secular and Free Homeschool. I'll make sure I include the playlist down below. But let's get into it. So if you're new here to my channel, I am a mom of three. I have a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. I am currently homeschooling, so you will see homeschooling videos on my channel. I'm currently homeschooling my two oldest kids. My oldest daughter is in 4th grade, and she was in public school K through 2nd, but her entire public school time I did supplement at home with her education. And then my 6-year-old is in 1st grade, and she has been homeschooled since the beginning. So you will see a lot of homeschooling videos on my channel. Like I said, my youngest daughter has celiac disease, so you'll see a lot of gluten-free living and just general information about celiac disease. I do a lot of grocery hauls, a few, cook with me videos, because I found when my daughter was diagnosed at 3, there wasn't a lot of resources out there when you're dealing with gluten-free living with young children especially. So that is a resource, and some of it is just everyday stuff that if I think it's important, I'll talk about it here on this channel, and I encourage you guys to join in on that conversation. One thing I did want to mention about my channel is that I don't do any type of affiliate work or sponsorships or anything like that. Also, all the proceeds from my channel, all the ad revenue, go 100% to nonprofit organizations. I make donations. And if you have a donation or a organization, nonprofit, that you're passionate about or that impacts your life, and you would like to see a donation made to that organization, please leave in the comments below. You're welcome to comment on any of my videos, or feel free to email me. That's on my About page, my email. You do not have to be a subscriber or anything like that. This channel is mainly about helping others, and if there's something that is, like I said, you're passionate about, you are a viewer, your opinion matters to me, so leave it in the comments below if there's an organization that you would like to see some donation be made to. So the first video topic is planning, writing, and composition for next year. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't buy curriculum really far ahead. So we're in March right now, and we will not start the next school year to the beginning of August. So we're about 6 months away from the next school year. So I don't purchase anything ahead of time for 2 reasons. One, I don't like to purchase things until I finish what we have. So we are nearing the end of our school year. We'll probably finish sometime mid to end of May. But a lot can happen in that 6-month time frame, that we might go in different directions with things, especially since we do homeschool year-round. We do it during the summer. We take different elements, we focus on different areas during the summer, so that might, produce doing something different next year as well. So I do get a general plan of what I want to do in the future, but I don't set anything in stone. I don't order anything ahead of time. The second reason being, I am not one of those who can financially buy all the curriculum at once. So I do have curriculum budget videos on my channel, which you can watch, where I kind of break down how I spend my money, but I average probably $1,200 to $1,500 every year. And that can be different for every family and the needs and everything like that. But to me, that's a lot of money. I cannot drop $1,500 in a month. That's just our current financial situation. We're a single income family. So I buy as needed, so I will never buy all of our curriculum right at the same time. It's just not feasible for my family. But I do have a general plan of what I think we're going to be doing next year, and that's what I'm going to share on this video. So first up is my 6-year-old. Writing and composition for her is not really on the radar. For her age, she is still learning to read, and that is my main focus, especially, I would say, up until 3rd grade. My main focus is just math, reading, and handwriting. Everything else is just extra. So my 6-year-old will join us for a lot of our group subjects where we have science and history, but I don't expect her to be writing at this age. And I think things like writing, composition, and grammar don't need to be introduced really solidly at this young age. So I will briefly talk about the things she does. So for handwriting, because that is part of composition, I think, she does core knowledge, skills, and she's doing the kindergarten level, and this is just pretty much handwriting and phonics practice. So you can see here, this is a completely free curriculum. Check out my videos if you want to know more. But I talk about when I prep, I did a homeschool prep video for first grade. I go over all of this and how I print and where I print, and how I decide what to print. But you can see here, it's just basic handwriting practice, and then it does have some phonics, more like explode the code type things as well, but completely free online, and that gives her the handwriting practice I think she needs. Now we do briefly touch on writing elements. Again, I have a video on first grade readers, and this is journeys I've talked about in the past. So for example, we talk about like the title and the caption, and I don't physically make her write these things. Like I don't make her write a paper out, like draw a picture and caption it. If she wants to, that's great, but just going over the elements of writing just very gently, I think, is all that's needed. I don't expect her to be writing sentences in first grade. So now on to my fourth grader. Now I have a video on my channel about how I combine Lightning Literature and IEW. So if you want a more in-depth of how I do this, watch that video. But that is how we handle composition in our family, in our homeschool. I think if you've ever read a review on Lightning Lit or watched a YouTube video, most people say the composition element is weak in it, and I totally agree. It doesn't have a lot of structure or scaffolding, and unless you're a really good writer, it's very hard to instruct your child on that. So, the end of my daughter's third grade year, during the summer, I had her start IEW, and she did year one, level A. I have a whole review on this if you want to see more details on that. But I was able to take what she learned from IEW and use it in the composition work for Lightning Lit, because it just gives you kind of like a topic that goes along with what you're reading or the grammar lesson. It doesn't really give you that scaffolding, which is essential, at least for my daughter. She needed a kind of almost checklist of this is what you do, this is where you plug it in. IEW completely fit that. I remember recently I watched a video talking about how the downside to IEW is it doesn't include any type of creative writing. You're learning to write based on pulling examples from someone else. And I understand that aspect, but I'll show you really quick how I think I was able to use the structure that IEW provides to actually include the more creative writing that comes from using your own voice when you write a paper, not just copying what someone else is doing or just mimicking the same thing over and over. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm actually going to show you how I prepared this, or how I'm going to prepare this coming week's writing assignment. So this is Lightning Lit grade 4. So I'm going to go over, we are starting a brand new book. This is actually the book we will be starting next week. So on here in the teacher guides, it gives you the composition of what you should be doing. So they're going to be interviewing someone and writing a paper about them. But as you can see here, there's not a lot of structure or scaffolding or guidance with that. So it's pick a topic, interview them, and they'll be doing this assignment over 2 weeks, write a rough draft, but it's not giving you anything to really work from. So unless you have some type of structure or scaffolding to work from, your kid's just gonna stare at you blank in the face, or at least mine did. So what did I do with this? So I took the topic idea, because again, the topic idea, the writing assignment goes with what goes with the book. And that's why I still incorporate the composition, or at least the topic, because it coincides with the book and what they're learning about. So I will take that and I will just reference IEW. Like I said, my daughter did this third grade summer. And I do IEW during the summer, and then when she finishes IEW, I have her start Lightning Lit. So this coming summer, her fourth grade year, so fourth grade summer, she'll be doing the next level of this. I believe it's year whatever 2, the next one that comes after this. And then when she finishes that, she'll go into Lightning Lit grade 5. And what's nice is because we year-round homeschool, we just do the next thing. So we aren't on some type of 36-week time crunch or anything like that. And I think it's possible to do both at the same time, but I think that would be a lot of work, and I don't want writing to be stressful for her, because especially since she was a very I wouldn't say very, she was a reluctant writer because she didn't have the structure to work from and didn't know how to structure a sentence, let alone a paragraph, let alone a paper. So in here, there's tabs, and in this tab, there's model charts and outlines. So I will find whatever model chart fits with that writing assignment, and this will be the model chart she will use to work from. And I think it just helps, and again, she did this assignment through IEW, so she knows what all these things, but it's a visual reminder for her of how to structure this type of paper. And this is where I think the creative aspect comes in from it. So it's giving you the basic outline of, your introduction, your first topic, second topic, third topic. You're going to have 5 to 7 details, a clincher sentence, restate. So it's a very basic 5-paragraph essay, right? But because she's going to be picking the topic, it's going to be more creative. So say she picks interviewing her grandfather, okay? So she'll pick 3 topic areas that she wants to talk about. So maybe grandpa's childhood, or grandpa's favorite food, or things grandpa really enjoys. Whatever 3 topics she picks, those will be her, each a paragraph. And then she'll have, so if she picks grandpa's childhood, I would have her come up with maybe 4 or 5 questions to interview her grandfather about, and then she'll take those details and make this outline. Same thing, she'll interview him, say, about food. What's his favorite food? She'll interview him with a couple questions like, what did you like as a kid versus what did you like as an adult? Wherever she wants to take it, that's where the creative aspect comes in. But this gives her the outline to work from, which I think is really helpful. So that will be her outline that I will just have up for her. And if we go back to this, you can see this is over 2 weeks. So pick a topic, write some interview questions, do your interview, write your rough draft. That's not enough. That just isn't enough. So what I will have her do is the first day I will have her pick who she's going to interview and the 3 main topics that she wants to interview that person about. The second day I will have her take 1 topic and write the questions that she wants to ask that person. Second day she can take the second topic and write those questions. Third day, you get the point. Next day after that, she can interview her grandfather. And then after that, she will make her outline and pick her 5 things that she wants to pick out from that. Now, once she has her outline finished, so this will most likely be finished within a week. The second week, what I will have her do is start writing it. So she'll do one day, she'll do the introduction and the first paragraph. And then the next day she'll do the second and then the third. And one thing I have her do is, so this is an example of the checklist, one of the last checklists you have to follow in IEW. There's certain things that they want in each paragraph. So ly adverb, who, which clause, strong verb, quality adjective. I have her follow this. We have it on our chalkboard, and I just bring it up for her whenever she's writing a paper, and all these things have become so automatic to her that it's not a struggle, it's not frustration, and she's writing really well-written papers, in my opinion, because she's bringing in these elements. And there's a whole section in here about banned words, so good, bad, fun, using better words than just basic things like that, and kind of sprucing up your writing. So she did all this during last summer, and she's continually done this checklist throughout this entire year. So this is automatic for her, and she can, write a paper within 20 minutes, and it's not an issue, and it's not a struggle in any way, because she has the structure, she has the basis which to work from, the foundation, and she's just putting in the details now. And she can totally use a creative voice in this by having different topic choices. She's not mimicking what somebody else is writing. She's just using the scaffolding of this to write what she wants to write about. So I wanted to show you an example of this in action. So in the Plan With Me video, I talked about how she'd be writing about a jungle animal because we were reading Nim's Island. So what I did is I chose this because I had her pick 2 library books about, and the topic she chose was cheetahs. So 2 library books, and she collected the information. She made keyword outlines for each of those books, the main areas she wanted to talk about. Then she made a fused outline and then was able to make a actual write a paper using the things that she needs to. So this is the completed paper. Now, one thing I do with her writing, if she's really into the topic, like cheetahs is her thing, she's really into it, she wanted to take it a step farther. So she wrote her rough draft, but she asked, can I get it typed and add graphics to it because she wants to display this? And I was like, totally. And this was one of the graphics actually in her library book that she chose, so I made a copy of it and we included it in because she talks about the ancestors of cheetahs in here. So I think that's really good, being able to pull resources from books and graphs and charts. That's a very important part of writing, I think, when you're talking about nonfiction writing, being able to pull reliable resources. So what I did, full disclosure, I typed this for her using Canva. Completely free, you can use online. There's a paid version, but I use it free, and I use it a lot for this channel. But it allows for more interesting graphics than I say, Microsoft Word would. So I typed it for her because although she's learning typing, she's not at this level, and this will take me a few minutes to type up. So I told her I would gladly type it for her. So this is her exact writing typed up, her title and everything. She picked the graphics, she glued on her graph that she wanted to show about cheetah ancestors, and then she was talking about baby cheetahs in here, and then she was talking about food and how they're predators in here. So that is a way to make it spruced up if your kid doesn't want to just write, like she writes in her composition book, but if she's really into it, again, that creative writing aspect, they can take it a step farther and add those artistic techniques if they want to. So that is an example of how you can take a topic, use something that's really well structured, and make it creative and fun, that it's not like pulling teeth to do writing. And we've never had issues with her doing writing. So that gives you a general idea of what we'll be doing for next year. We will continue utilizing IEW and Lightning Literature in that combination. So this summer she will do the next level of IEW. After that, she will start the next level, grade 5 of Lightning Literature, and we'll continue to work them in together. And it's been a really great fit for us. And I have to say, coming from the public school system, she had little to no writing instruction. So she was that deer in the headlights kid where I say, okay, write a sentence. She has no idea what that means. So that has given her the foundation to build upon and the confidence in her writing, and she actually enjoys doing it now. So if you have any questions about anything I talked about, leave them in the comments down below. If not, thank you for watching.